This is Ciel, an ocelot. She is beautiful. But her beauty is her downfall. Twice the size of an average house cat, but with shorter than average legs, speed isn't their specialty. They ambush. Rodents, birds, fish, if it's meat, they'll eat it. We almost lost the ocelot. Their alluring coat with its distinctive pattern was highly desired in the fur trade. They were hunted aggressively. It used to be that you could find them throughout the southwestern US and all the way down to the bottom of Brazil. Now, there's only 40 left in the wild in Texas. More exist in pockets of Central and South America, but the danger of shrinking habitats is always looming. This is the ocelot.
Every year we lose about 23 species that are gone forever. And using this technology, I think that we can preserve and save those species that have been lost.
Scientists at the University of Georgia are attempting to use DNA from endangered cats to save them from extinction.
What we're trying to do here is collect skin cells from endangered species and actually turn them into sperm or eggs.
The goal is to develop a tiger embryo and artificially inseminate a house cat, which will then give birth to a baby tiger. Because of the extensive knowledge of domestic cats' reproductive systems, the risk of failure is significantly lower than if using a tiger as a surrogate.
We know that we're going to have a lot of hurdles, and so what we want to do is start off with an animal we know very well. And so we thought cats was a good starting point.
The three-part process of creating an artificial embryo begins with collecting skin cell samples from endangered species.
We got these samples from Zoo Atlanta. They collected the biopsies from their Sumatran tiger and their clouded leopard.
Those skin cells are then turned into stem cells, which will later be reprogrammed into sperm and eggs, allowing for the creation of an embryo.
Once we have these sperm and eggs, we'll combine them together, we'll get a developing embryo, and then the idea is we're going to transfer them into a domestic cat. And hopefully in a few months we'll have a number of kittens from that individual.
One of the greatest challenges that the team has faced has been developing the technique to transform skin cells into stem cells, a necessary task that they have yet to accomplish.
We are still waiting to make that leap from skin cell to stem cell. And I think we're finally on the doorstep. We're ready to go.
By collecting and freezing skin cell samples from various animals, scientists are effectively providing a road to bring back species that may become extinct in the future.
In a single tank, you could have a biobank of 200-300 different species and enough individuals in each box where you could use this technology to repopulate lost species. I'll never give up, essentially, as long as I can keep doing great science and exciting things. I just really think endangered species are important to conserve and they're worth the effort.
The trick is trying to think like a cat. It's one thing to think, what would it be like if I were a cat? It's another thing to try to figure out, well, what is it like for a cat to be a cat? So I have different ways of creating purr kind of sounds. I'm David Tye, classical musician, mostly by trade, play the cello in the National Symphony, and I came up with the idea of writing music for cats. Here are my bird songs for study, and I slow them down. Cats are not very vocal and not particularly social. The ultimate goal is to be able to communicate in something like their language.
What other sounds are there that you know cats would enjoy?
Most of the brain development of a cat happens outside the womb. I thought the sound of suckling is a reward-related sound that all cats will have heard as their brains were forming. This swishing kind of shuk, 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 shuk sound. Yeah, I would totally use that. Could I name that after your jacket? That's my Louis W. Swish. Another example of a sound is purring.
When you play this music, how does a cat react exactly?
There are things like they would rub up against the speakers. It shows kind of ownership, but showing just attention. And it tends to be more comforting to those cats who have had something of a hard life. Because the cats who need more comfort are more comforted by it.
Do you have a cat?
No, I actually don't. I'm allergic to cats.
You're allergic to cats?
Yeah.
This is Aya and Shagu, two adorable clouded leopard cubs. Don't be fooled by their youthful spirit. Clouded leopards are some of the most shy, mysterious, and elusive cats. Besides their shy nature, they have a steadily declining population, making it even harder to spot them in the wild. As far as big cats go, clouded leopards are the smallest. These two little girls will top out at around 3 feet when fully grown. Native throughout Asia, they live in diverse habitats, from the rainforests of Indonesia to the foothills of the Himalayas. They pack a powerful bite too, as they have the largest canine teeth relative to body size of any wild cat. They have short, powerful legs and ankles that can rotate backwards, making them elite climbers. Beyond a quickly shrinking habitat, poaching remains a huge problem, as their skin, claws, teeth, bones, and meat are all sold on the black market. This is the clouded leopard. This is Coda, a 3-year-old African cheetah. Critically endangered, less than 8,000 remain in the wild. The African cheetah is built for speed. It's the world's fastest land animal, clocking 0 to 60 miles per hour in a mere 3.4 seconds. Long and lean with a flexible spine, they use their tail as a rudder, steering when running after prey. They stalk their prey under the bright sun of the African savanna. The tear marks that run across their face help reflect the glare of the sun, much like football players apply paint beneath their eyes before a game. They once roamed across all of Africa, but today are found in less than a quarter of their historic range. Habitat loss, poaching, and loss of prey are all threats to this beautiful cat. This is the African cheetah. This is Sade, and this is Lena, 2 young servals. These slender, medium-sized cats are native to sub-Saharan Africa and have a gorgeous golden coat with black spots. Servals have the longest legs of any cat relative to body size. Their ears are also impressively large and can rotate 180 degrees, giving them a keen sense of hearing, which helps them locate prey efficiently. They're long, lean, and can jump up to 9 feet in the air to catch unsuspecting birds flying by. Beyond birds, they mostly feed on rodents, insects, and reptiles. Servals prefer wetlands and areas with tall grasses near water. Unfortunately, degradation of these wetlands is leaving them with less and less space, while hunting for their prized coat remains a big concern. This is the serval.
Blakely has the most difficult job at the Cincinnati Zoo. He has to play with babies all the time. He's never shown any aggression or snapped. If he gets upset, kind of like any mom would, he just leaves the room.
You are so cute.
My name is Dawn Strasser, and we're at the Cincinnati Zoo and Botanical Gardens. Blakely is a 5-year-old Australian Shepherd. We got him from a rescue, and I use him in a nursery as a nanny or a companion dog.
This is about you when you're taking a nap.
Blakely's here for the main purpose of teaching the babies the correct animal cues as they grow up, so when they are introduced back to their own kind, they know what appropriate behavior is. He teaches them how to play and how to interact. I can tell them, no, don't bite me, but I'm not an animal, and I don't give the same cues that he can. So we make a great team.
Smile for the camera. Yeah, smile for the camera.
Blakely has worked with cheetahs, ocelots, a takin, bat-eared foxes, a warthog, wallabies, to name a few. He's working with 4 baby cheetahs right now. It's been a long 7 weeks for him with these little cheetah cubs, and he's, I think, tired because he's on alert for 24 hours a day. If they start making too much noise, he'll come and get us like, something's not right, something's not right. He's kind of like a second set of eyes for us too. A lot of times they still recognize each other, like Dale the Takin he raised. When they see each other, Dale will still run up in front and grunt at him, and he'll kind of jump up on the wall, and it's kind of like, hey, how you doing?
He's beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, well, I like to think I have an office, but I'm pretty sure it's his.